Hi guys, welcome back to Everything and Anything.
And I'm DJ Grammy. Nice to have you with us tonight on Everything and Anything. So,
You hear that noise? It's the washer and the dryer in the background.
oh
I
yeah,
can hear it.
yeah. Well, maybe we should close the door?
The door is closed.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably my coat, my winter coat. Kind of just rummaging around in the dryer. Because I'm cleaning it. So
Okay.
yeah. So we have so obviously last week on our show we had Timmy Turner guest star, and we talked about Stranger Things seasons 1 and 2. And so obviously within those 3 weeks we've actually have been seeing a couple movies, and there's more to come. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and say that some of these are probably going to have spoilers, so it's probably wise to do this. So
Wait a second. On the Stranger Things podcast we did last week, it got demonetized for some reason.
what?
It got demonetized. You can't make money off a video.
That's
So
weird.
0 ads for some reason. So I don't know if it's because of that or what it is. Because that's the only thing that I could think of that could possibly not be okay.
Well,
Or is because we're talking about things that aren't family friendly. I mean, some of the things weren't. Like LGBT, like that's not really...
but why would they not monetize that just because of family? But
Because
I will tell you that it had nothing to do with the music, because actually when I listened to it, I didn't hear the background music in it. So I don't think any of it played.
well, then why they get pretty much 0 or very low ads mostly on that video? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know
Am I
either.
supposed to take it to YouTube and complain?
I mean, I guess
I don't even know what the issue is.
well, but did it get a copyright claim?
No.
So I don't know. It didn't demonetize it.
It
Then
did.
that's weird. But I don't know. It's weird. All right. So tonight we're talking about 3 movies that we've seen. We saw Justice League, Murder on the Orient Express, and the Amityville The Awakening. So, without further ado, spoiler warning.
If this gets demonetized, I'm gonna know why. I'm gonna start complaining. Anyways, which movie are we talking about first?
Let's talk about Amityville.
Okay.
So,
Let's talk about how frustrating it is that they planned this movie to come out in theaters and they kept pushing it back, and then they never did.
well, I think at the very least it got. Well, that's weird. I think at the very least it got a limited release in theaters, and then and then it quickly got shifted to DVD and Blu-ray, because I remember that you said that it was supposed to be released like late last year, and it never did. And the problem was that was that it was shifting between different it was shifting between different between different movie distributors. So because the movie distributor that originally was with filed for bankruptcy. So yeah, that's what happened.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of odd, but I mean it happens every now and then, but it's not a usual occurrence.
But they were done with the film in 2014.
Yeah,
It took them almost 3 years to even release it.
that's sad. That really is sad. But Dimension Films picked it up and released it on DVD and Blu-ray. And my review is at least that I thought it was a lot better than what I thought it was, and therefore I don't really think the movie was delayed because of content or anything. They just had a problem with the distributors because the distributor filed for bankruptcy, so they had to file another distributor. I mean, it's kind of like what happened with Project Almanac, which that wasn't the original movie title. Remember? I don't remember what the original movie title was. I'm sure I can look it up on IMDb, but I don't remember what the old title was. So yeah, I mean, this is like the second movie that we've seen that has had some sort of issue with movie distributors.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about Planet of the Apes either, do we?
Oh no, we didn't talk about
One
war.
movie at a time.
Yeah.
Let's continue with this one.
but yeah, so my opinion was that it was actually pretty good. You know, Cameron Monaghan played the brother who is pretty much brain dead, and he gets possessed. And well, I'll let Jordan handle it from here.
Listen, any movie that has Cameron Monaghan shirtless, or a TV show for that matter, is good in my book. I know that's being extremely biased, but
Yeah.
they did a really good job at making him look creepy.
Yeah, they really did.
And anorexic. I still don't know how they pulled that off. Obviously, me.
Well, there actually were a couple scenes where I felt like he put on some weight. Like, I don't know, like his body mass was way different than what I'm used to in Shameless. And by the way, if you don't know who Cameron Monaghan is, he plays the Joker in Gotham, and he plays Ian in Shameless. So, you know, and I think that's the one series that everyone should know him from. And Gotham, I think, is just his Gotham fan base, I think, is just starting to grow. And he's on tonight for the mid-season finale, which we'll talk about next week. But regardless, one movie at a time.
So, what would, to end this first movie off, because we have 3 more to go to review, what grade would you give it?
An A.
Really?
I actually thought, for me seeing it, or for me watching it upstairs in my room, the jump scares, there were actually pretty good jump scares for a DVD release. for me, because I mean, obviously, I mean, if I would have seen it in theaters, I probably would have jumped. But for a straight to DVD release, I actually am quite impressed. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, it might have gotten a limited release, but it never played in one theater here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
That was a problem. Anyways,
So.
they get a B plus because of that. Because I don't like that shit. And they also get a B plus because Cameron Monahan's abs upgraded them. So.
Now, I definitely think that Cameron definitely led the movie. I think if they went with
the easiest role ever. By the way, if you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, he literally had just a few scenes, or I mean, a few.
He was almost in every scene.
Yeah,
speaking.
but he didn't have much of a speaking role, is what I was trying to say. But yeah, totally get what you mean by that. So.
All right, let's go. When do you want to go to next?
Let's see. Let's talk about. I feel like we should keep our listeners waiting for Justice League. So let's talk about War for the Planet of the Apes.
Which we realized we're late in watching that movie, but to be fair, I wasn't making a lot of money at that time either, so.
Yeah.
And we decided to see Spider-Man instead, so.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, at the drive-in last summer. Pretty cool.
You mean this past summer?
Yeah, this past summer. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That was a really good movie. That movie made me tear up.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely made me tear up too. I really hope that they continue on with the series, which I mean I wouldn't be surprised that they would. It's just that the way they marketed it as was the last of the trilogy. Even though the Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes films, where there were like 5 or 6 of them. So
right, but do you really want them making a movie and it's not going to be as good as the first 3? No.
That's true. That
like
said,
the Transformers, right? They were good in the beginning, and then they started to go downhill here.
They sucked past number 3, but yeah. But yeah.
So I think they should just leave them as they are.
Yeah. Now you go first. What would you rate it on a grade scale?
That's a movie for me. 100%.
Yeah, it's an A for me also.
You get emotionally attached to the characters. That's a problem, whether they're human or monkeys. But mostly monkeys.
Yeah, and and pretty much really the only reoccurring cast members in that whole trilogy were the apes. Like in each movie there were different cast members, which I definitely liked it.
Why do you have to die?
What?
Why do you have to die?
Spoiler alert.
Whatever,
but yeah, so
7-8 years ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, very, very good movie. All right, let's talk about Murder
Well, you didn't even rate it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh.
I said I gave it an A.
Okay.
Also. So let's talk about Murder on the Orient Express, because that's the most recent movie that we saw.
And we both took a nap.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we both took a nap. Now, my excuse was that this is actually my second time seeing it, because when my family came into town for Thanksgiving, I first saw it with them because my grandma really wanted to see it. Both my cousins wanted to see it, and it was just one of those things that was kind of just that was just kind of just, spur of the moment kind of thing. But anyways, so I wanted to go for a second time, obviously, because Jordan wanted to see it, and I, and after seeing the ending, I mean, it's very well thought out. The scenery is beautiful. I mean, there's probably some scenes, definitely CGI, I want to say, but I don't know if that was. I mean, who knows? It might have been all filmed on camera, but yeah, the scenery is beautiful, and it's based off of a series of books. And I will say that if you see this movie, it's opening up to a sequel, because they're gonna continue doing the movies. And Kenneth Branagh, who played the detective, the most famous one. Which, first of all, he was probably my most favorite character in the movie. That whole movie is just basically just all based around him. And so,
No,
yeah.
it's not. It's based around the guy that died.
Well, yeah, played by Johnny Depp, but I'm saying the detective. But yeah, I mean, as an ensemble, it was a great cast. Michelle Pfeiffer, Daisy Riddle was in it. Who she plays Rey in Star Wars. Johnny Depp.
You don't have to name off all the characters.
Yeah, I know. Kenneth Branagh was in it too, and countless other people. But it's a very entertaining mystery, and I mean, I don't really want to spoil it because I'll just put it this way: everyone had a part in the murder except for the detective. So, and
which, by the way, they didn't think about that.
Yeah, they really didn't think him at the end. So yeah, they didn't. No one thanked them at the end for letting them get off on it. But yeah, the movie is based around this gangster played by Johnny Depp, who's murdered on the Orient Express, and basically, the detective is trying to piece together the puzzle, and it's very well thought out. And for those of you who have read the book, it goes exactly as well. Actually, I guess this movie takes some, it has own twists on it, and basically it allowed itself to kind of mastermind itself, I guess. So I would give it a B. Jordan, wait, what was your opinion?
Same.
Alright, so we've made you wait long enough, so now we're going to talk about Justice League.
Which, by the way, the critics were too hard on. I mean, the movie had issues, but they were trying to literally destroy.
Yeah. But I will say that it definitely makes up for how weak Batman versus Superman was.
I mean,
I won't say that. I'm not saying that Batman versus Superman is the worst movie, I'm just saying that it definitely makes up for how weak it was, and how slow Suicide Squad was too. Now, Suicide Squad was better.
Slow.
What?
Suicide Squad wasn't that slow.
I mean, it was. I thought it was a little bit slow.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, I could have sworn there was someone snoozing in front of us during that movie.
Sneezing?
No, snoozing. Like
I don't think so.
Well, that was either Batman versus Superman or Suicide Squad. But
I'll forever have that memory of after seeing Batman versus Superman.
yeah,
That
that
was
was.
the funniest part. Well, it was funny for me, not for you.
Yeah, it was scary for me. Funny for Jordan, because I didn't want to get a
I
hit.
wasn't expecting it though. I think that's why I just started laughing.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit.
Holy shit! But yeah, so
Anyways, back
yeah.
to the
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, back to the show. But yeah, so Justice League was very good. I mean, I kind of want Jordan to elaborate on what she thought the weak spots were, but I mean,
Well, it's other people who have the problems. I think it's a good movie. I mean, I'm not picky. I'm not here trying to point stuff out.
yeah,
Other
yeah,
than Wonder Woman, but come on,
yeah.
make her a woman. I'm so tired of the man and woman.
Now, I am going to spoil one thing for you guys. Superman is still alive.
Superman is hot.
Yeah. If you, he's your daddy. Daddy. But I think the chemistry in the movie really heads towards the Flash and the Flash and Wonder Woman and the Flash and Superman. The Flash, I think, is probably one of the best characters in that movie. Like he had some of the best one-liners, and plus he kind of.
Some people thought it was annoying. Well, some people did. I'm
Well,
not saying it was me.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. With these movies, you're gonna get a lot of people.
Because there's the TV version too, so it's hard for people who watch the TV version of Flash to kind of separate when they go see the movie. That's a different actor, a different person. So
Yeah. So yeah, I would give it an 8 out of 10.
we're doing grades.
What?
We're doing grades. Not
Oh yeah.
numbers.
I would give it a B. It was. I mean, I didn't think it was that predictable, but one of my friends thought it was very predictable.
I mean, the villain was weak. I think everyone can agree on that. Like, what was the point of the villain? I mean, we got his point, but he wasn't scary.
Yeah.
And they defeated him pretty easily. I think the bad Superman was really cool in the beginning.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Bad Superman. Bad. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, I would give it a B. I have heard a lot of people complain that it's a lot like that. They really wish it didn't follow the comic books like by side by side. What?
That's a backstory though. Like, where they expect these characters to have a backstory.
They just thought it was predictable just based on the comic books.
Well, then don't read the comics. What the hell's wrong with you? You either read the comics, you're probably going to know what's going to happen, you're going to be okay with it, or shut up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what these people are expecting. I mean,
that's where they originated from, so I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
Someone created those characters.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So, Jordan, what would you rate it?
A minus.
A minus? Okay, I got B, and she's got an A minus.
So, wait, don't you think Wonder Woman and Batman were kind of weird? Like,
I thought they were
trying to flirt.
I mean, I think they're definitely attracted to each other. I mean from Batman versus Superman, that was quite obvious. And when and in Wonder Woman, when he sends her the photo of, like of her group, that she fought with in the, I don't know, the Civil War or whatever.
Yeah, it was a Civil War. No, it wasn't. It was
World War II? Yeah, World War II.
Or one. World War II. I can't remember.
What? One of them. It was one of them. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, so honestly, we already know that Bruce and Wonder Woman are at least pen pals. So, I think, I definitely think that there's some romance blooming there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they've gotten together in the comics too. I've seen a cover where Batman's kissing Wonder Woman, so.
Yeah.
Just like I see Batman kissing Catwoman too. It's like, make up your mind, which way do you want to go with those characters?
Yeah.
The movie characters.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple ways you can do it.
Yeah. So, and the ending, it kind of introduces, or Lex Luthor's back. So Jesse Eisenberg, oh man, Jesse Eisenberg to me is daddy too. But
he's younger now. How can he be your daddy if he's younger than you?
Okay, then I'm his dad. So, but as Jordan just slaps her face. But anyways, so Lex Luthor returns in the end of the Justice League, and sets up the I think what's going to be Justice League 2. So,
or is it like Justice League but dark, like they're the bad guys? I don't know.
Possibly. So, with that, what superhero movies are you looking forward to in 2018?
I don't know. You're gonna have to pull up a list.
Well, there's Black Panther, there's Avengers, there's Incredibles 2.
Oh, I want to see that. Can we go see that?
Yeah, we can see that.
See that.
Star Wars comes out next week, which we already have our tickets for, and
that's not next year.
Yeah, I know but it will technically still be played next year in theaters. So
technically, but that's
let's
comment
see.
who your favorite character in Star Wars is.
Ray.
Below.
No.
Below.
Finn.
Comment it below.
Oh, comment below. Okay. Yeah.
BB-8.
Okay.
Obvious.
All right.
And it's gonna be interesting if in this upcoming movie if Kylo and Rey, who are supposedly related, okay, it's not secret.
Yeah.
Like kiss, I might freak out, like not in a good way.
Yeah.
I get it better. Oh, look what else.
I wonder what. I was just thinking. I wonder what P-Dog is gonna comment below for this week.
Who?
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Who are you talking about?
Star Wars.
Who? Who are we talking about? I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone. I don't. Who? I think you meant no one.
Yeah, I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one. Anyways, probably Avengers. And that reminds me, not this week, not this upcoming week, the week after, we'll be doing a Star Wars movie review. So.
And that reminds us, or reminds me at least, that that after the end of this year, we're going to be decreasing how many times we're going to be on the podcast. So Jordan, would you kind of explain further on our new schedule?
Well, in January, I think it would be smarter to have a podcast twice a week, unless we have a special guest or we incorporate the special guest into one of the...
Wait, twice a week?
No, twice in 1 month.
Oh, yes. Okay. So every other week.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Because we'll have a lot more to talk about, and we can have everything together, I guess.
Yeah. And that way too, we'll have more special podcast episodes, like Jordan said, like with special guests. And because we just want to keep it more fresh for you guys. Because I think one of the things that her and I noticed was that when we took a break for Thanksgiving, when we came back for Stranger Things, we were a lot more lively. Like we had more to talk about in just that 2 weeks time.
But with that being said, we will be doing a Christmas special. So I need you to look up, like, because it'd have to be before Christmas. We're taking a week off for Christmas. We're not taking a week off for New Year's. But we'll take the week.
Well, Christmas...
Never mind. We don't have to take any weeks off.
Yeah. Well, Christmas this year would be a Monday.
Yeah.
So then our Christmas special would be on, I believe, the 21st.
The 21st.
Yeah, the 21st of December. And then our New Year's special would be on...
Which would be like our top picks of basically everything.
That happened this year, right? Or just...
In general.
Just randomly. How about we do our top 10... Okay, here's what we'll do. We're going to do our top 10 movies that we saw in this year. Our top 10 favorite shows that either came back or premiered this year. Our top 10 favorite outings, I guess, that we did. Because we might be going to a concert this weekend, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, that's what we can do. Our top 10 things that we did together, because we did a lot this year. So.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Okay, so I do have a rant. I'm not going to mention this person by name, because obviously we're not talking about this person anymore. But I do want to point out that I really feel like when you make statements about anything, whether it be a person, an object, or a or a thing, whether that be a radio station or whatever, you really should do your investigation before you go on Twitter and rant. Because, I mean, yes, we have freedom of speech and everything, but you just look dumb when you claim something is someone's fault when it's really not. And what I'm referring to is that
if this person leaves a nasty comment underneath this video, I'm deleting it.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that, and I got the full story as well, and I tried responding to you via Twitter, but obviously blocked us, so that's why we're gonna say no one this relates to. So yeah. So, but what I'm saying now is that there's a music festival this past summer.
I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Just continue.
And
what's it called?
It's called Country Fest.
I can't keep a straight face.
What did you say?
I can't keep a straight face.
Which, by the way, I think we're
probably going to.
Yeah.
Especially if you get free tickets.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll probably be getting free tickets next year. So
pretty much everything. So
yeah, pretty much. That's the nice thing about where I work is that everything's free. But
if they don't pick it up, it's free.
yeah. So, well, but yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is this country fest that a local radio station hosted. I guess they're the manager of the concert itself, which is not K105. They decided not to play the national anthem. Now, in this non-person's defense, she can't keep a straight face. In this person's, defense, I will say with all the bullshit going on in the world, that I do feel like NFL players and and really anyone that is a national figure, that they really should have an obligation to stand up, and salute the flag. But you know what? That's the freedom of speech. So I do get why you're upset. I do get why you're upset that they didn't play the national anthem, but it was out of K105's hands. Like, the I guess the manager of the tour, he was, or they were actually just kind of unsure what was going on, and I think this was like the first time that they were hosting this for K105, and and basically I guess they felt like there was better. I guess they felt like their bands needed to go on, but before they even, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So I mean, yes, you're granted your free speech, but I really feel like
I would be more concerned about North Korea nuking us.
Yeah.
In the very near future.
Exactly.
I would be about that at the moment. Let's be real. Like, everyone's gonna die. Like, because we're gonna get bombed. You can agree to disagree. I'm just telling you. And plus, I think we should talk about the forest fires in LA.
Yeah, forest
That
fires.
was crazy.
Yeah, the forest fires, like, it's like apocalyptic down there. Like, it's crazy scary.
Wasn't the sky this morning, like, filled with, like, was like an orange sky with a bunch of smoke? Like, I saw the video, and that's exactly what it was. Yeah, and it's approaching, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's house, and forget who else was in danger. I just hope, like, people have been tweeting about this too, that the wild animals are also trying to escape, so if they come into your backyard, like, don't just leave them alone, like, they're trying to escape the fire.
Yeah.
Like, the deer and stuff, if they come in your backyard, that's because they're running from the fire. They don't want to die either.
Yeah. I mean, animals are smart, and I just hope that hunters don't use this as an excuse to hunt wildlife in their backyard, because that would be shitty. I mean, they're just trying to. They're just trying to get away from the fire. They don't.
Right.
They're not tainting with your backyard. Leave them alone. And I also saw on the Twitter too about about how animals are getting lost, and and how they're saying that there are lost animals also escaping with wildlife to get out of the wildfires. And they're saying if you find your pet,
Well, you should have took them with you in the first place. What are you doing leaving them behind? Hello?
yeah. Now I will say that there's been some very emotional like very emotional like reunions between their pets and their owners.
Well, there was this guy literally 3 feet from an actual forest fire. Like the fire, you could see like just the fire in him, and he was literally trying to save this bunny from the forest fire. So he was standing off to the side and trying to get the bunny to come to him.
Yeah.
Really? That's all you're gonna say. I don't know, I think that guy's brave for doing that. He could easily, I don't know, burn and die too.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot that is going wrong with this world, and whether it be wildfires or
North Korea
or Trump or North Korea. I mean, this is definitely the time of the year where you need to be like making up with people, especially if you want them in your life, because it's not worth to be petty about shit. And I mean, I'm speaking to everyone out there, not just one person. I'm talking to everyone. Yes, I understand that me and Jordan, that we are very outspoken sometimes, and and sometimes we come up with some real good nonsense, but it's funny nonsense. And all in all, we're just trying to make friends too. We're trying to entertain you guys, and keep and hopefully keep you guys like positive and moving. This reminds me of a story from today. So I have a friend at work in retail, and and I'm gonna be very open about this, but he's black, and and I hear some of his phone conversations, and and he definitely fits in one of those categories where he has a lot of friends who are, who maybe don't listen, or they feel like they're above the law, or or whatever. Anyways, he suffered a loss this past week, so he attended a funeral yesterday. And today when he came into work, I saw that he was tired and he just didn't want to be there. So I asked him, hey, are you doing okay? And he just nodded his head yes, or just nodded his head no. And I apologized to him about what was going on, let him know if there's anything I can do to help, just come up to me. And then maybe like 4 hours later, he finally confronted me and said, listen, I didn't mean to be short with you, but I lost a friend and I attended a funeral yesterday, and honestly I'm just tired because he has two jobs, and and he said, I just don't want to be here. He was literally on the verge of crying, and and I definitely told him, that the holidays is really hard for anyone with someone that might have lost someone. I mean, my grandmother right now is, I mean, with my family coming up for Thanksgiving and leaving, she said it was like a shot in the arm, it was like a shot in the arm that that they've left, and because obviously she lost her husband a couple years ago, and so she's going through some tough times right now for the holidays. And so I just explained to him that that if you need anything, I'm always here to talk. And and I basically explained to him that listen, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it really sucks to have white privilege.
Ooh, now you're getting into your controversial no, we're not talking about that.
No.
We don't.
No.
You're talking about, yeah, it is.
I'm just saying that, I definitely think this is a subject we need to talk about, because, I definitely feel like, yes, there's white and white crime, but I definitely feel like blacks definitely have it worse than whites. They're often looked down on, and I just explained to them. Explained to me. It's very. I didn't say it in those words, but I just said, it's very. It's very hard sometimes, to go through things and be tired and and everything like that. So, but anyways, so yeah. So a little bit later on, I asked him if he wanted some breakfast. So
cake.
So I bought him some breakfast from McDonald's to help him feel better. So, but yeah, that's
for donuts.
What?
I would ask for donuts.
Well, there's not really a donut place near. Well, I guess there's Rise and Roll, but but I would have to share with everyone and you. But yeah, so.
What do you mean an ew?
Well, that was not really a moment. I felt. I don't really feel like it was a donut moment. I felt like a donut moment.
It's a donut moment. Then.
A donut
Every
moment.
Every morning's a donut moment.
Well, yeah, but this was past the morning, and.
Would you get him a cheeseburger?
No, he wanted a sausage biscuit and orange juice. So, but my point though was that I wanted to do something good for him, because obviously he didn't want to be there, and he just went through a funeral. So and quite honestly though, for those of you who don't know, also, in Fort Wayne on Thanksgiving we had a very, very gritty murder on Thanksgiving at the Meyer gas station. It was white on white crime. This gas station attendant got shot over a pack of cigarettes because he was being robbed over a pack of cigarettes. But what the guy that shot him was stupid, because he was wearing the same exact damn sweatshirt in his Facebook profile. So it was very easy to track him down after seeing surveillance cameras. But yeah, I mean, that was a sad day in Fort Wayne, was on Thanksgiving.
The sad day is when you can't take a hot shower. That's a sad day. That's a real sad day. Try going 4 days without hot shower.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, and on the other story about that week was that she lost her. I would say she lost her hot shower privileges by not her fault, but her hot water heater went out. So she asked me if she could take a shower. I was like, sure. I mean, yeah. So, and I mean, it's not like it was awkward to ask me that. So I was like, sure, go ahead. So,
I mean,
yeah.
it would have been awkward if I said, hey, can I take a shower because I have no hot water, but can you also come in? That would have been awkward. What?
All right, well, with that, we're going to end today's show. You know what I just realized? We probably won't get to Star Wars until our Christmas episode.
No, yeah, we won't. Whatever, we'll come around to it.
So, yeah. So, but it was, yeah. So with that, I think we're gonna end this show for the night. We'll be back next week with more gritty or more giddy John and Jordan. So, for DJ Grammy, this is Everything and Anything.
Bye, guys.